A Feud There Was is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1938. This is directed by Tex Avery and written by Melvin Millar. And we have a voice cast including Tex Avery, Sara Berner, Mel Blanc, Billy Bletcher, Arthur Hugh Bryan, Hugh Farr, Edna Harris, Bob Nolan, Sons of the Pioneers, Gilman Rankin, Roy Rogers, Tim Spencer, the Sportsmen Quartet, and Danny Webb. I didn't expect the list to be that long before I started to scroll down. We have quite an extensive voice cast, and we actually have quite a lot of characters in this. This is about two families who are feuding, the Weavers and the McCoys, and they are, well, IMDb describes them as hillbilly clans, which I guess is an appropriate way to describe them within the context of the cartoon. I have to say the designs of the characters are slightly different to what I was expecting, but definitely memorable. I'll say that. It's a very memorable character design. Although I will say the two families looked very similar in appearance. I wish they'd made more of an effort to make them look really different. For example, one of the families could have been really short and stocky, the other family tall and lean. I think we needed a little bit of difference in the visuals of the family, or the two families. I think that would have been a bit better. But other than that, it's certainly quite interesting. And these families are feuding and they're shooting at each other. And then we have the classic Elmer Fudd. It's not a character I consider to be Elmer Fudd, but it certainly is a very, very, very early version of Elmer Fudd before they decided to take a different direction with him. And he is the peacemaker. And of course, he has gone along to try and make peace. And things just get very chaotic. And I don't want to say any more than that because I certainly do recommend it and I don't want to spoil it. It's an interesting enough narrative. Well, it gets a little bit repetitive, I will admit that, but it's a concept that works well enough, and visually, even though I know I said the families probably would have been better if they looked quite different, it's still visually very striking. We have a lot of bright colours. The clothing of the characters are bright and bold and vivid, and they really stand out. So it is visually definitely an interesting one, and the narrative works well as well. I didn't find it funny at any point. There are Warner Brothers cartoons that are really funny. There are some that are maybe not that entertaining. This one was interesting. I found it to be quite engaging, but maybe not funny. But I do recommend it. If you're a Warner Brothers fan and you haven't seen A Feud There Was, I think there will definitely be bits in it that you like. I doubt I'd ever watch it a second time, but as a one-time watch, I thought A Feud There Was pretty decent.